We did it. We made it to the games.
You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, honey. So, hey friends, this is going to be kind of an overview of like, what is the CrossFit Games if you're not sure? How did I get here? What did it take to get here? And I'm answering that because I have a lot of people that are not super familiar with CrossFit. And they're asking me all the time, like, what is this? What does it take to get to the games? What does that mean exactly? Yeah. And so we're going to address that really quick, but also talk about the experience. This is kind of our post CrossFit Games interview recap to talk about this experience and this dream that I've had ever since we started in CrossFit. So let's start with, how did we find CrossFit and what does that story look like?
Yeah. So who first introduced you to CrossFit?
She
How
did.
You find out?
So apparently, this is her story, is she knew about CrossFit and I didn't. And so, I mean, tell them, because I didn't even know this.
Yeah, I mean, years ago, I actually went to school for training and coaching and all of that stuff, and saw the very first CrossFit Games. And I was like,
And how long ago was this? Like 12, 13 years ago?
This is like back in 2009, I want to say. There was
like
a
fitness,
very beginning stages, there was a fitness competition. I was like, this is amazing. And then long story short, we had kids. I became a stay-at-home mom, but I kept seeing this CrossFit competition style thing pop up everywhere. And long story short, one year we lived in Myrtle Beach for a year and there was no CrossFit gyms. Like, we were on the hunt. I was like, babe, you would love this.
Well, I wasn't on the hunt because I didn't even know about it.
I was like, I want to get into this. There were no gyms in Myrtle Beach at the time. And let's see, Claire was 3, so that was around 2013. It was just like popping up, becoming popular. And we moved to Florida. And there was a gym on the way to the girls' preschool, and I would drive by it every day. And for months I was like, babe, we gotta get in there, we gotta try CrossFit, I know you'll love it. And he was just kind of like,
whatever. Like, I didn't know what it was.
And then,
if you had showed me videos, I probably would have been like, oh, this looks cool.
Well, I mean, that was like social media and stuff wasn't super big.
Right.
So
we're
anyway,
driving by this CrossFit gym every day. She's talking about it, but I'm just like, okay.
I finally convinced you.
We finally did a class.
To try it.
Yeah, so
and the rest is history.
11 years ago, that would be, what, 2014? Yeah, so 2014.
2014,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Claire was 4.
And I immediately fell in love with CrossFit. And so for those people who are not familiar with it, I'll just tell you very quickly why I immediately fell in love with CrossFit. Because it's one of those things that's kind of funny. Like, people come into our CrossFit gym where we train in Boynton Beach, and it's like the reaction is usually one or two ways. It's like extreme opposites.
Yeah.
It's either, wow, this is amazing. These are like people new to CrossFit. Or you've heard people like leaving the CrossFit gym like talking about what they just experienced, and it's like, those people are crazy. I am never coming back, right? So it's usually one of the two. I was over here, I loved it. Why? Because for me, I need structure. You know, as a Marine, the structure is kind of embedded in me. And in a CrossFit gym versus like a Globo gym, they're telling you what to do. It's like, here's the class. Here's what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
And so I love the structure, number one. Number two, I love that every day there's a leaderboard. So every day there's like a little mini competition happening. And if you're at all competitive, then you're going to love CrossFit. And it's not about winning. It's just about being competitive. You have friends and you're all cheering each other on. So you have this competitive, friendly competition every single day, competing with others. And those two things, with the camaraderie, I was just hooked. I was like, this is amazing. And things I'd never done before. I'd never done a snatch. I'm 35 years old.
You've never done any Olympic lifting.
Never done any Olympic lifting. Never done
the gymnastics
muscle ups or any of that stuff ever.
Which it took him like his first month to get a muscle up.
It took like 6 months. You know, it was whatever.
It was less than that.
So, but it took a good year just to get the basics of the clean and jerk and the snatch. And it's like, even after 11 years, I feel like I'm still learning, right? It's always you're always learning, always a journey, always learning new things. But for me, I was hooked. I loved it. And we did our first CrossFit competition. It was called
The Festivus Games.
The Festivus Games. It's for non-RX athletes.
Scaled athletes.
Only scaled athletes were allowed.
Beginners.
It was my first experience to a CrossFit style competition.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this. This is even better.
And you won it.
I don't even know if I won.
I think you did.
I don't think. And they said, you're not allowed to come back. I was like, okay, so what's next? So then it was like, you go from the Festivus, which is only scaled allowed, to like real CrossFit competitions.
Yeah.
And I was just even more hooked because the competition is now it's not just competing with your gym people. Now you're competing with
the
all the
community
people
around.
in your town, in your city, and then it's now you're competing with people in your state and even people in the region or in the country. So fell in love with CrossFit. It's now been 11 years, and I would say in my my late 30s, started getting more into competing, and I thought, okay, because let's break this down really quick. You have the CrossFit pros, the elites we'll call them, and these are the non-age group competitors, like the cream of the crop, the elites, and that's basically from age 18 through 34. So that's the elite group. And they have a separate CrossFit Games. It's the Elite CrossFit Games or the Pro Games, which is new. This is only the second year they've separated it. But the Masters CrossFit Games, we call it, or the Age Group CrossFit Games, that's what we're here this weekend in Columbus, Ohio for the 2025 Games, is age group. And so that means you have teenagers from 14 to 17 competing. It's 14, 15, and 16, 17. And then you have the Masters, which is 35 and up. And it's a 5-year grouping, so 35 to 39. And so when I'm in my late 30s, I'm thinking, okay, when I hit 40, I'm gonna be the youngest in the group. I'm gonna be 40 to 44, and I'm going to the games. Well, I got to 40, and I wasn't even close. I was just not even on the spectrum of getting anywhere near the games at 40, in the youngest. So I said, okay. I just kept competing for 5 years, doing competitions, getting to bigger competitions, qualifying for bigger competitions. I qualified for MFC Masters Fitness Championship, which is like a national CrossFit comp. I did RX my first year and won. And so I came back the next year, which was last year, in the elite division and was like middle of the pack, like 12th place. Huge competition. And so then I'm like, okay. The year is when I'm 45.
You did, you said it.
And for throughout my early 40s, all of my training and everything has literally been for 5 years. For those of you that are like what did it take to get here, to make it to the CrossFit Games? It was 5 years of training, 5 years of hard work, so that when I hit 45, I'm now the youngest in the group from 45 to 49, so 5-year grouping. And the way that you qualify, so let's talk about that really quick. How do you qualify to make it to something like this? Number one, CrossFit as a whole does what's called the Open. If you're familiar with the Open, or if you've ever done the Open, drop a comment, let us know.
The Open is for everybody.
It's everyone. Anyone who is a part of the CrossFit community worldwide does the Open. And every year there are several 100,000 people who compete in the CrossFit Open. And that gives you a ranking to see if you qualify for the next stage. Now there's been over the years different progressions of what has taken place to make it to the next stage. There was quarterfinals, and now they got rid of quarterfinals and they just went to semifinals. And so in the Open, in my age group this year, 45 to 49, was my first time ever getting in the top 100. I was like 80 something in the world. And so in my age group, worldwide, there's about 12,000 men. So if you're wondering like, well, how many other dudes tried to make it to this point?
12,000.
12,000. So 12,000 CrossFitters around the world did the Open in my age group, 45 to 49, to try to make it here. And of those, I, in the Open, qualified in the top 100. First time ever in the top 100 in the Open. Huge. That qualified me for semifinals. Semifinals is only the top, I think it was 200. So the top 200 from the Open are allowed to do semifinals, which for the age group competitors is an online And by the way, the open is also online. You do it at your gym. Semifinals is now the top 200 in the world in the age group competing in another much harder, more advanced, more technical, another online competition at the gym. And from those 200, determine who makes it to the games. And my ranking in that semifinals, they take 30 men from those 200 get to come to the games. And my initial ranking was 32. So on the leaderboard, when it was all said and done, I finished in 32nd place. Now, so how did I get here if they only take top 30? Because they review all the videos. So every workout you do in semifinals, they review every single video to make sure you did all the reps, you didn't have bad reps, you didn't do anything wrong. They had other very nitpicky requirements that you had to meet. Every video had to be perfect. If one thing was off, you're out. And you also had to have certified judges, 2 of them, that are actual CrossFit certified judges who had to be there with you in the video judging you for all these semifinal workouts. So over the course of 2 weeks of them reviewing everything, when the dust settled, it was a very stressful 2 weeks. We ended up going from 32 to 28. So I ultimately ended up in 28th place in semifinals, qualifying me for the CrossFit Games.
Yep.
So that's how we got here. It's just incredible. It's an amazing thing to work so hard for something and to make it. And I always told myself, just being here is winning. Like just being here, it's kind of like becoming, in my opinion, kind of an analogy would be like becoming an Olympian, right? How many people become Olympians but never podium, right? But you're still an Olympian, like you still made it. And so that's kind of the feeling for me being here. It's like I made it. I'm one of the best in the world. I made it to the CrossFit Games. I have no chance of getting on the podium, which is okay. But I came here to fight. I came here to have fun. I came here to do my best. The events for me, which I don't know if we're gonna go into like each event in this video, maybe we will, but if you missed the actual workouts that we did, they're all on my Facebook and my Instagram and my YouTube channel, all 3. I posted all the workouts there, you can check them out. But for me, the workouts were not like the best workouts for me. They were more heavy-ish, more for the bigger, stronger dudes, and I'm like one of the smallest guys out there.
Yeah.
You know, I weigh 177, 178, and most of these guys I'm competing against are close to 200, you know, 190, 190, 195, 200, 205, so much bigger, stronger guys. But even though they're bigger, stronger, they're still moving just as fast as me, which is crazy. So, I mean, what else?
So what was your favorite workout for the weekend?
Yeah,
what was your favorite event?
My favorite event would have to be between the pistol workout, which was workout number 3. The hang kettlebell cleans were really rough.
Yeah.
But then I got to go into toes to bar, which was nice. And what would have made that workout much more in my wheelhouse is if it, instead of 20 pistols, and it was weighted pistols, so we have to hold a 44-pound kettlebell while we're doing pistols, which is a single-legged squat. If you're not sure what a pistol is, try one, they're fun. And so I get to the pistols, which is towards the end of the workout. It's an 18-minute workout, and I'm like almost last, right? But I get to the pistols, and I start passing guys. I'm passing guys. And I passed a bunch of dudes after the pistols. Then we get to the rower, and I'm just struggling. And again, these guys are big dudes, so they're pulling on the row much harder than I'm able to. And so I think in that event, I was top 20 in that event, maybe 18th or 19th, something like that.
Okay.
But that was a fun one because the pistols, and then the other one would have to be the ring muscle up one.
Yeah.
That was the last event, event 7. The end of my journey was event 7, the end Saturday night, and I really liked that event because it was the last event. I had ring muscle ups,
which are your jam.
which was my jam, and I at the end struggled. You'll see in the video, I actually failed a rep, and my arms were just toast. The overhead squats were really hard, but I was very proud of myself for staying unbroken. on those overhead squats. It was each round, it was 9 overhead squats at 145 and coming right off the ring muscle ups, by the way. So ring muscle ups going right into the overhead squats. Arms are just trashed. But being able to hold on and stay unbroken on those was my goal. And that was a fun event.
What event shocked you the most?
So this is hilarious. I've never liked running. I kind of hate running, honestly. But we've done more running in preparation for this because we knew there was going to be running. We just didn't know exactly what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And so how insane is it that the CrossFitter who hates running, my highest scoring event of the entire weekend was the run. Like, I would have, if you made a bet with me, I would have lost that bet. Like, there's no way. I placed 15th out of 30 in the run. And that was my highest scoring event of all 7. So that shocked me. Like, couldn't believe it. And it was actually, now that I think about it, it was one of the most, it was fun. The run was fun because it was outdoors. And I actually had my friends, Nathalie and Alex, on their bikes. And if you see in the video, the footage of me running, it's because you have Alex and Nathalie, they're on the trail with me while I'm running, getting video. So that was fun, having them there. And it was like for 2 miles, I'm basically chasing like these, it was like 5 dudes.
It was like a pack, yeah.
It was a pack of like 5. I could see them. And over a 2-mile straight, it was a 7K run, so 4.3 miles. And for about 2 miles, I'm just like keeping my eyes on these 5 guys. And over those 2 miles, I caught one, caught another one, and then at the finish line, I passed the other 3. So that was like, it was awesome. It was huge. I was like, holy crap, that was fun. It was awesome.
You think your half marathon we did last year helped?
No.
Yes, it did.
The half marathon did not help.
Yes,
no,
it
because
did.
the pace on the half marathon was
slower,
slow.
But you were getting that base in. And you had a 3-minute PR.
It was so fast.
It was
I don't even
so
know what my
fast.
time was. 32, 33 minutes?
Yeah.
Something like that.
You shaved a minute off of your mile time from practicing.
32, 33, something like that.
Yeah.
7K.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. It was fast.
It was amazing. So
I was holding sub 8 miles. Like the first mile was 7:20.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm screwed. I was like, I just blew it.
But you held on.
I came out way too hot. It was like
held that
7:20. But then the next 3 miles, I was like 7:40 for the next 3 miles, just holding on. And then the end, all out sprint.
Yeah. I'm proud of
It
you.
was fun. Thank you.
That was a good one. So proud. The runner in me.
Yeah.
So what has this weekend meant to you?
I mean, it's just an accomplishment. Something that I've wanted for years, training hard for something, and then to make it happen. You know, one of the most emotional parts of this for me was the friends that came. I mean, like, obviously my wife's gonna be here, but to see
your whole crew,
like Alex, I'm gonna have to name drop everybody, so help me out. We got Alex Espinosa, we got Nathalie. By the way, Natalie's like my number 1 training partner. She was there for the past 2 months, training with me almost every day to prepare for this. So thank you, Nathalie. And Lucas was there training with me. Johan has been training with me. Jacob has been training with me. But to have, you know, Alex, Nathalie, Lucas, Mike, Helena, Jessi, of course, and her mom Patti was competing as well, who's 65, age group,
amazing,
unbelievable,
and coach,
and of course, Ruggieri in the house here to
black sheep.
Smack the shit out of me. If you saw that workout, almost knocked me out, getting me in the zone. But, you know, just having the crew here. Oh, Brandon was here as well, of course. So it just meant a lot for them to come all the way here to help just support and cheer me on. Like, it's just like I told them not to come. It's like, don't be here and watch me get my ass kicked. But they came anyway, and I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot.
So with all of that, what has CrossFit how has CrossFit been pivotal in your life? Like, what has it done outside of the gym for transforming you as a person, how you live your life, how you show up? What has CrossFit done for you?
Getting here, it's definitely been a confidence boost, because part of me over the years thought, over these last 5 years of trying to make it to this point, has been like, do I really have what it takes? Can I really make it? Is it even possible? I don't know, but I'm gonna go for it. Screw it, right? No regrets, like go for it. And so that, I think, has been the biggest thing that can translate into life and in business, is that when you're scared of something, or you don't think you have what it takes, you don't think that you'll be able to accomplish this big dream, I would say that if you just go for it and you put everything you have into that dream, whatever it is, that you can shock yourself and you can make things happen that you think might not be possible. So, and of course I have to thank my wife, because without her support over the years of, pushing me, encouraging me, going to these boring events and watching me suffer, all the time that I spend in the gym, which is significant, 2 to 3 hours a day, basically 5-6 days a week. It's a lot, it's a big commitment. And without her support and encouragement, then obviously this wouldn't happen. So I'm super grateful for you, for all of that, and for being here, being my media crew. She's getting good at video editing, by the way. Did you see those edits on those videos? That's Kathy Parker over here. What?
Parker Media.
Parker Media. So now what's next?
What's next?
What's next is, the only thing I can think about right now is taking like a week off, because I'm extremely sore. My body is trashed right now. And Wadapalooza. So what's next is Wadapalooza, and here's why. Because part of the 5 years of training for this moment has been also trying to qualify for probably the single biggest CrossFit competition next to the games, which is Wadapalooza. Last year I was only 5 spots away from making it, and I mean as an individual. And I've always had the dream, the goal, the aspiration to compete on the Wadapalooza floor as an individual. And so the Wadapalooza qualifier is October, so we've got a couple months. And we're going right back into training.
Right back in.
To qualify for Wadapalooza, which is going to be in Miami in, I think, January or February. Mm-hmm. And it is actually the most fun CrossFit competition you can ever attend as a spectator. It's like a festival.
Yeah.
Kathy was just talking about why it's even more fun than this. Because, tell them, like, why is Wadapalooza awesome?
It's more fun. There's multiple stages. It's like a huge fitness festival. The vendor village is just insane.
Huge.
So if you like to shop and you want all of the swag and all of the things, Wadapalooza is the place to go. Plus, it's in Miami, Florida in the winter time.
It's nice.
And it's just...
As long as it doesn't rain.
As long as it doesn't
Which
rain.
it has.
There's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
But when the weather is nice, it is probably the most fun, because there's always something happening, seminars and this person and like all the elite games athletes, some of them make an appearance, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun. So come be at Wadapalooza. Also, our daughter Claire is going to be still in the 14-15 for the Wadapalooza this year. So she's going to be pushing to qualify for Wadapalooza as well. And then as soon as Wadapalooza is over, hopefully Claire and I will both qualify. We'll be competing again with each other. Then the Open, the 2026 Open that we just talked about, is going to be happening, and that starts the whole process all over again to see if we can qualify to come back next year.
Absolutely.
So that is our CrossFit story, our journey, what it takes, how we got here. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. And to everyone who is watching, the friends that are out there, I appreciate you. I do, because having people come up to me who I don't even know that are like high-fiving me and cheering me on. Like it helps.
It's the community.
It's the community. It's
That's
the CrossFit,
what makes CrossFit special.
Community. It really makes it special. It's like I don't know these people, but they're like they know me.
Everybody supports.
And they're supporting me
to
and
become a better version.
encouraging me, and it's just like it's awesome. It feels so good. So to everyone who's out there, I appreciate you. Thank you. You push me to keep getting better, and I appreciate that.